Hi there, Suneel. Great job writing these essays. Nice to see you working really hard in order to prepare for IELTS. So let's get straight into your essays and see what you've written. Doing an enjoyable activity with a child develops skills and imagination. Okay? So, spending quality time with children doing fun tasks can enhance your skills and creativity than reading. Okay, I completely agree with this statement, as there are many noticeable scenarios. Below are a few reasons and examples which supports the statement. Okay, first of all, let's try to take a look at some of the vocabulary and grammar in this paragraph. So, first of all, I wouldn't have used this word here, noticeable scenarios. It's not really something that sounds very natural in English. There are many examples of this. There are many, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. So I completely agree with this statement, as there are many noticeable examples, you could have also said. Below are a few reasons and examples which support, without the S, the statement. Excuse me. So that's a little bit about vocabulary and grammar. Now the other thing is here, where you say doing fun tasks can enhance your skills. Now, the way I have interpreted this task is it's talking about the skills of the children and not the skills of the adult, okay? So that's something you want to keep in mind. We'll see how you develop it in your essay, but it should have been here, doing fun tasks can enhance their skills and creativity more than reading. That was the other grammatical point I wanted to make. All right, so let's go into your body paragraphs. Firstly, solving problems and puzzles and storytelling are the fun activities which you can do with children. These tasks will increase your problem-solving skills and creativity. For example, a recent study conducted by Harvard University shows that people who spent their time with fun activities have 30% more success rate in their careers than the people who spent time always in reading. Okay, have a 30% higher success rate in their career who spent time always reading, not in reading. Therefore, it is evident that doing enjoyable activities with a child can help you in developing skills. Now, here it is again. So clearly you've interpreted this task to mean that the adult develops skills. That's not really what they're asking here. It's talking about the children developing the skills. And so this creates a little problem with task response, okay? So, but it's nothing that's not solvable. You just need to make a few changes so that you're talking about the children themselves developing skills and not the adult. Okay. Secondly, people who take children for a fun sport, make sure that you recognize the difference between funny and fun. Or a walk into nature will relieve them from stress, and it helps burn calories, which is good for health. Okay, so I'm trying to understand here who will relieve whom from stress. So people who take children for a fun sport or for a walk into nature will relieve them from stress. So what are you saying, that the people who do this will relieve the children from stress? So I'm not really entirely sure about the way you've structured this here. Okay? It's just the meaning is not really 100% clear. So a healthy body here and a stress-free, I would have liked the hyphen here to show that you're using these together. A stress-free mind will help in being more productive. For instance, comma, a survey led, now when you're using lead like this, it's actually LED. Okay, it's the past tense of lead. This lead is, lead, the material. So, for instance, a survey led by Indian Medical Sciences showed that people who indulge in fun activities with children are 60% less prone to diseases and have a 5% increase in their brain activity, which leads them to be more active and creative in daily life. As a matter of fact, a healthy body is a healthy mind, which is quite necessary to achieve success. Okay, fine, just fine, absolutely fine. So, to conclude, many studies and examples are emphasizing the fact that engaging is the word you want here. Enjoyable activities with children will have more benefits in honing skills, plural, and imagination, which is far better than spending time in reading. Okay. So, like I said, it's your interpretation of the task that I think creates some problems. It creates the biggest problem, really, because it's talking about children developing reading, creativity, and skills. The other thing that I would have liked a little more of is maybe a little more discussion of reading. You focused on solving puzzles, you focused on sport, so I would have liked to somewhere have you just make a statement of some sort about reading, rather than just, where did you write it? It was somewhere up here in the very beginning, I think. Oh yeah, it was just this one mention of it. And then in the conclusion as well. So since you mentioned it in your introduction and you mentioned it in your conclusion, you should have at least developed it a tiny bit in your body paragraphs. Okay, so now let's look at the second essay here. Communication is less between family members of late. Nowadays, interaction between family members has become less. I completely disagree with this statement. Advancements, plural, in technology have made it easier to access family members around the clock, even from thousands of miles away. Therefore, I feel families are communicating better than in the past here. Okay? All right, Suneel. So, that being said, without this apostrophe S, communication among family members is more effective than in earlier days, or in the past would even be better than that. Mobile phones are the breakthrough for this effectiveness. Family members are connected virtually while they are far away from each other. For example, earlier children who were traveling to other locations to pursue their studies or for career was communicating with their family members over a letter, but the introduction of mobile phones has changed the scenario completely, where they are able to communicate with their family members with lesser effort and time. Okay, so first of all, for example, not earlier children. I think you mean children in the past, children in previous decades, children of previous generations, something like this. We're communicating, because it's obviously children is plural, so we're communicating. And not over letter, but I think with letters, or probably better, where they are able to communicate with him with less effort, not lesser effort, with less effort. And then what's missing here, Suneel, is that kind of summary statement here at the end of this paragraph. Just something like a therefore or consequently something. Okay? So, next paragraph. Furthermore, these days, family members would like to keep in touch every moment while they are far away, and they love to share every happening. The latest applications like WhatsApp, I think you spelled it wrong, but okay. Skype and other messaging applications, plural, are, is missing here, making it easier to interact with family. For instance, a recent survey published by Forbes magazine showed that 40% of WhatsApp messages, plural, sent per minute are among family members. It is evident that family members are more communicative than earlier due to advancements, plural, in technology. To conclude, as a matter of fact, no semicolon here, and I wouldn't have even written as a matter of fact. Doesn't really provide anything, so I would just remove it. And then, to conclude, family members are sharing more intimacy than earlier and communicating effectively throughout the times. I'm not really sure about throughout the times here. Maybe nowadays, maybe currently. Okay, so it is true that we can see more nuclear families without of staying far from other family members due to many reasons, but they are communicating more effectively by using technology and keeping their relations strong. Okay, so Suneel, great job. For your first essays, these are really nicely done. What you need to do now is you need to correct these essays based on the things that I pointed out in this video. Then also add these errors to your error correction list, and then send these both back with your new essays. And of course, you should try to do this within 24 hours so that you can really apply all the things that you've been learning throughout the course and through these video corrections. Okay, so I'll be really looking forward to your next essays. I can't wait to see them, and I'll wait to see them then tomorrow then.